Alright everyone, hello. Here we are for our second match with Boltfolk, and again, we are on the draw again, and we have an unkeepable starting hand again, unfortunately. So we'll mull again. And this is also a nasty hand if we don't draw anything, but again, this is one of those instances where we're on the draw. We have a scry, so we have our first draw, we have our scry, and we have our second draw to find a land. So those are fine enough odds for me, so we're going to keep it. This may not work, so we missed the first one. It looks like we might be against Infect. Not sure. Or this could be Spirits as well. So Vial will do. That counts as a land, right? Kind of. It still can be kind of slow, depending on what we see. Arid Mesa alongside all this? Interesting. What are we playing against? Bant Company or something? Not sure what to expect out of this. Out of Breeding Pool, Arid Mesa, Noble Hierarch. Sure. Sounds good to me. So they have nothing to cast with 3 mana, so I think we're still gonna bolt here, right? We want them to be 1 extra turn to cast Collected Company or whatever the hell they want. How could this go wrong? I'm not sure. I'm fine with getting rid of that Noble Hierarch. I was afraid maybe they had some kind of counterspell. I was thinking what kind of counterspells would be 2 mana and in a creature-based deck. Looks like we're against like Tribal Zoo or something. This is an odd one. Are we gonna get Knight of Autumn here on our Ether Vial? Rabblemaster? Interesting. So, lucky for us, Rabblemaster doesn't fare so well against Merfolk Trickster. But then again, man, a land here would be so nice. There it is. Alright. So now we have the Trickster as well, so I think now that we have another Mutavault to play, we'll be just fine. I don't know what in the world's in our opponent's hands, though. Here's a Bolt. So we could tap down the Rabblemaster, but I don't want to do that. I'm absolutely fine with trading. So actually, I think now I'm fine with tapping down the Manus Rider, and if they want to swing with the Rabblemaster, so be it. I don't know what in the world they're playing. Alright. So they're offering the trade, and I'm fine with that. Oh, no they aren't. Okay. Alright, so now I guess it depends on what we draw, but we're probably so we just roll out, I think we roll out a Mutavault because we want to be able to use both Mutavaults next turn. So they're at 12. Wow. Aggressive with their life total. So I think that makes me want to go ahead and swing with Merfolk Trickster, actually. If they want to block, that's fine. We get Rabblemaster off, and then if they don't want to block like there, then they're at 9, and they have a forest, and we are about to Lord of Atlantis them out. Lightning Helix is pretty good in this situation, actually. Yeah, that's fine. It makes it to where... No, actually, I think they're still dead. So, It depends on what they have in hand. If they have another removal spell, then we're in pretty bad shape. So we'll see, I guess. Let's see what they have. You have something to deal with this, because this is going to kill you. Alright, let's show them. Let's show them lethal. So if they have a removal spell, I think we don't need to swing with the Lord of Atlantis. If they have a removal spell, we don't want them to be able to bolt one and then block the other one. And then we still have lethal anyway. So, yep, we're just gonna swing with only the Mutavault, the Mutavaults, and the Merfolk Trickster. Alright. Do we have it? Okay. Cool. So, geez, what the hell are we playing against? Some kind of tribal zoo? Lightning Bolts are going to be good against this deck. Tidebinder Mages are going to be good against this deck. Master of Waves are going to be good against this deck. Spell Pierces are probably just fine. We saw a breeding pool, so maybe we don't need Spreading Seas. I don't know. I think I'm fine keeping the Spreading Seas in. Maybe Curse Catchers can come out here. Actually, maybe Mirror Rejuries are just a little too slow. Because they seem like a pretty damn aggressive deck. I guess the Braids are good here. So we run it like that, with 10 bolts and some other creatures to finish the job. Tectonic Edge is probably good here too, but I don't want to go further down on creatures. I think we're just going to run it like that. And they took a hell of a lot of damage off their land. So we're gonna have to draw creatures, or we can't do anything with this hand. But it does give us time with Lightning Bolt and Wizard's Lightning, and then we have a Spreading Seas just in case they have a greedy land start. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it. We're on the draw. We can draw into some creatures. Sure. Curse Catcher? I guess that is a creature, technically. Okay. Let's see what you got in hand. So I wonder what we want to hit most. Probably the red source. I like that they're fetching just to, like, sorcery speed to let us decide where we want to Spreading Seas here. So we saw Noble Hierarch. We saw let's see, Mantis Rider. We didn't see a lot of green. I'm gonna hit this Blood Crypt. And then we'll just go from there. Tarmogoyf, sure. This is a 1/2 Goyf. Let's So we're in a really awkward situation when it comes to pathing it. Because, let's say we path, or I'm sorry, when it comes to bolting it. Well, if we bolt and they play another instant, if they play an instant killing our creature, I guess that still makes it, that'll make it a 2/3 when the creature, or when like Curse Catcher goes in the graveyard, and then it'll become a 3/4 after the damage hits, and then it won't kill it. Maybe we're just not worried about this damned Goyf, and we just ignore it for now. I think I'm fine with that. Let's just ignore that it's even there. So, and if they want to, let's say, try to kill one in response to this, so that they can block, we can respond by bolting, and then we know that they won't have any response, so the Tarmogoyf will die. Sure. So they don't have a path to exile. It's good news. So here I'm almost considering like, okay, we have 6 points of burn in our hand. And that's non-negligible. So maybe we just start pointing it towards the face. And I think that's probably the correct play. Especially now that we're seeing them at 7. Like, it's very likely that they just die. It's very likely that they just die here. Alright, Wizard's Lightning you. You have a very painful mana base, and we are going to capitalize on it. Okay. I have to assume this is Tribal Zoo. Let me ask them. Just so I know for where I'm going to put it up on. Okay. So I think we will... So let's see, that puts them at 7. So how much incentive do we have to bolt our own Mutavault here? I would think a lot, right? It's because now we can put them to... If we bolt our own Mutavault, it's essentially a... Okay. It's essentially like we bolted their face. Alright, put them at 2 and say, do something. Yep. Okay, that's something. We're gonna have to find another lord. Again, a lot of this, ooh, they're going to 1. Interesting. So what do they have? Bloodbraid Elf, sure. Into a Helix. God, that's pretty damn good. So we're gonna counter that. So they don't gain life. What an odd situation here. Okay. So any of our bolts killed them, except for braids, of course. I don't know why I grabbed an island. I should have grabbed steam vents. Trickster will likely kill them. So I'm probably going to play that Mutavault, but until then, we're going to hit them with the Spreading Seas, see what we draw. There's a Trickster. Okay. It's probably game. They have one card in hand. Oh god, I should have tapped one down. I guess I can just eat this Tarmogoyf. Alright, so do you have any way to win now? Okay, GG's. Alright, so we're 2-0 here. And we're on our way. Played against Tribal Zoo here in Jund. A lot of grindy matchups, but anyway, we'll see what happens in the next rounds.